I often think it is important for students to be mindful of their back heel and to make sure that their stance is rooted through that point. Here are a few exercises that will help them develop this aspect of their stance. So often in karate, we practice Gakuzuki by punching from hamni to make shomen and then back to hamni again. However, with this exercise, I would like you to do the opposite. So go from shomen, then make hikite, and then return to shomen. Each time focusing on this heel as you pull back and then drive forward. Make sure with this exercise that every time the student makes hikite, he or she is focusing the tension on their back heel and then using that tension to drive forward to create Gakuzuki. You can then take this exercise further, and instead of pulling back into hamni, you can pull back into neko-ash. As you pull back, be mindful of your back heel and feel connected to the floor. Use that connection then to drive forward as you release the punch into Zenkutsudachi. The next step with this exercise is to push from the front leg and use your inner thigh muscles to turn 90 degrees. As you turn, make sure you're pivoting on your back heel so you're constantly mindful of that point and use that contraction to drive forward into Zenkutsudachi as you release the punch. The final sequence is a little bit more complicated, but again it forces the student to focus on their back heel and use their inner thigh muscles to turn and pivot in stance. From this Gakuzuki position, move forward and be mindful of this front heel as you drive in Gakuzuki. As you reach the point of Kime, allow your inner thigh muscles and your front leg to push in order to pivot round and punch behind. Again, Gakuzuki with the same hand.